YouTube, what is going on, guys? Cool is here, and basically today we're gonna talk about my weird keybinds because I did get a question about that, and I'm pretty sure I covered it in the past before, but I never covered it on YouTube. So you might be thinking H to edit, E for wall, N for stair, M for pyramid, and T for stair. Oh wait, yeah. And I think that I'm pretty good at it. Not like really, but still, I'm decent. And basically, I use different movement keys. I don't use WASD for movement. I use RDFG for movement. So basically, I'm just moving everything to the right twice. And it's not that different, to be 100% honest. My hand is in the middle of the keyboard, which leaves more space on the mouse pad because less of the keyboard is on the mouse pad. And it also means that I have a lot more buttons to press with my pinky. Like, I can use left shift for my pickaxe, and even though you can use left shift for your pickaxe with WASD, I can use Z, I can use X, I can use S, I can use A, I can use Q, I can use W, and all the other buttons are still like basically the same. I can still use all of those. So I think that even though my keybinds might not sound more optimal, I think that they're better than a lot of keybinds. They're not that weird, to be honest. Maybe they're not better. Maybe it's just me that prefers using them. But basically, my story behind switching to them was that when I switched to keyboard and mouse, I use keyboard and mouse on Xbox. And that's not even the reason why. I just never liked hitting the number keys for anything. So the fact that I was going to use them for my weapons, it wasn't a good idea for me. And I just looked up some YouTube tutorials on how to hit the number keys easier, and I came across a video. I forgot the channel, but yeah, I came across a video. It's probably still up if you look up something about ESDF, and that's where I got the idea for RDFG for. Not to say I'm the first person to ever switch to RDFG, but yeah, I'll show my binds. And to be honest, it's basically like the same. I use R to move forward, I use D to move left, I use F to move backward, and I use G to move right. And if you go to WASD and then shift your fingers over twice, then you'll be on the same thing, but you'll have way more space on your left side, and like you won't have more on your right side, but you don't need the whole keyboard on your right side. I would recommend switching to TFGH. That way you're directly in the middle. I've seen somebody use left alt to jump and left and spacebar for their pickaxe, and it's honestly insane. But I'm just go through my keybinds. So I use RDFG. My harvesting tool isn't binded because I have the other one, like the toggle harvesting tool. And you guys see my weapon slides A, Z, S. My finger is always on Z, my pinky. So I can easily hit Z and switch to my shotgun every time. Even though like S is closer to my fingers, to my other fingers, I'm more comfortable with hitting A. So that's usually my AR or SMG, and then S is the AR or SMG, based on what A is. But Z and A are my main tool, and then 4 and 5 is usually for like hills or mobile or utility. But I try to keep hills in the 5 slots and the 4 slot, and like useful mobility in the S slot. That way this could just be for shotgun and AR, because again, I'm not that comfortable hitting number keys, but 4 and 5 I'm pretty decent at, and I got used to it. But I try to keep my utility, like shockwave grenades, grapplers if I'm playing creative or something, in my weapon slot 3, which is S. I don't even crouch while building. This is just on a bind. My wall is E, as I told you earlier. You can see all of this stuff. And N and M might be the only weird binds, because if you were using WASD, your stair would be E and your wall would be Q. But not a lot of people use, like, for WASD, that would be V and B. So not a lot of people use V and B, but I use Like technically VNB is kind of hard to explain, guys, but you can understand what I'm saying. But I use it because this is just what I was comfortable with. I used to have it on left control when I played WASD for my pyramid, but it didn't, I don't know, it didn't click. It was comfortable on my thumb, so I switched to my thumb. I don't have mouse buttons anymore, so I just put that on X. And yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, that's my left mouse button. I don't have side mouse buttons, is what I was trying to say. And oops, no, I do not want to reset that at all. What was I at? Oh yeah, scroll wheel reset. I use H to edit regularly. Middle mouse button to ping. I don't use push to talk, so it's just on Q. But if I did, I mean, Q wouldn't be bad. I don't think that, even with RDFG, I don't think that Q would be a good button. I think the buttons that you should use is like left shift, Z, maybe X, depending on how you play. Left alt. That's what I use, left alt for inventory. You'll see later. But I think that you should use like mostly left shift, Z, X, A, and S. And then W, that's an option. That's up to you. And E, duh. Yeah. And then I just have this on 0 because I don't emo like that. And this is just my first emo. I just press F1. I might switch it to like 3 or something because I don't use it. Yeah, I use left shift for my pickaxe. Let's see. What, bro? Everyone says that this is weird, and I admit it is weird because it's so far. But I don't pull out my map. Like, who pulls out their map in the middle of a fight? I'm not gonna put it closer. Maybe I could put my map as W or something. I had it as W. I didn't get comfortable with it. I'm just used to pressing 1. I know it's weird to press 1 for a map and not M, but that's what I use. Okay, you're just gonna have to accept that. Yeah, I use left alt for my inventory again, and none of this stuff matters. But it's like, I don't know. Everybody say that my binds are super weird, and like some people use the F keys to build. So let's be honest, my binds aren't that weird. Because any WASD player could probably just hop on my binds and be pretty good at it. Or at least my movement binds. Because say that you're not comfortable using the number keys, that can easily be fixed by switching to TFGH and using all your regular binds but to the right twice. Because then once you're using TFGH, you can use X, Z, S, and D for your first 4 inventory slots, and then just use like a number key, even though you're not comfortable with the number keys, for your 5th inventory slot. You're not gonna have a full stack of guns, and you're not gonna need it all. You're not gonna need to hit all your inventory slots very fast in a desperate situation, especially not the 5th one. But that's just my take on it. If you're not comfortable with the number keys, I really recommend switching to, like, I would say ESDF, but ESDF honestly isn't enough anymore. RDFG, TFGH. But yeah, that's what I recommend. I'm a content creator, so no competitive player that I know use. I don't know any competitive player that use like ESDF or RDFG, but they're all comfortable with their binds. Of course, they're not just gonna make a switch like that because it still takes some getting used to. I was used to WASD. I wasn't used to using the number keys, and I don't think that any pro player wants to make that switch, even though they could get used to it pretty fast. But that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's like a 10-minute video, almost, maybe 10-minute video. It was mostly about my binds, and next video, I have no idea what it's gonna be. Fortnite hasn't had an update in a while, and it's honestly just kind of dry. I can't even do triple edits. I'm probably just gonna free build around for a little bit. Why do I suck at the game? Like, just why? And please, please get me to 100. We just recently hit 120, which is amazing for YouTube. And I really want to support a creator cult. Like, I don't know why, I just do. Give me a support a creator cult, please. Whether that's, I will prefer it on Instagram, to be honest. Just get everyone go follow my Instagram, link in bio. My link tree is in bio, so go follow everything. Or join it. My Discord server is nowhere near done. You honestly don't have to join that. I might not ever finish it. And yeah, I already said this, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sub to the channel if you want to. Like the video, it helps a lot. Or dislike the video if you didn't like it, and tell me why you didn't like it. Don't just dislike it. And yeah.